Hi, everybody. How you doing? I just realized that I think my volume is way high. Imagine you'll tell me later, Linda, it was too high. Hold on, let me see if I can. There we go. Bringing it down. Bringing it down. Here we go. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. Hopefully I didn't put myself on mute. It doesn't say mute, so. Oh no, I can see the little microphone going. How are you? How are you? How are you? I want to apologize for Sheila and Lena. I didn't make it yesterday. Anus horribles. And I know that's not the correct way you pronounce it. That was my day yesterday. I had done that event and I got a bill for $51,000. And could you kindly pay it by July 15th? I'm like, wait a second. This is the same gig that I refunded $65,000 for. I'm like, I know I paid for all this. I definitely paid. Why aren't you crediting me all the money I sent? And they're like, well, we'll look at it again because, I paid it. Apparently, I was looking at 2020 through my bank, and it was actually 2019. One check was nearly $60,000, but they didn't show it reflected in my stuff. So I found 11,000. I found 8,000. I found 20. I think it was 56,000 total. One check was 56,000. Whew. But I didn't find it till after they were doing a thing, and I was determined to find it. Okay. I tore this house up. I looked on my computer and re-looked and couldn't figure out why I could not see a cash check, thinking maybe I sent it and they just didn't cash it. But all the for IRS purposes, all the people I refunded, I have a copy of the original transaction, the cancellation transaction, and their checks, backwards and forwards, all of it. And I got a big thick for tax purposes. Why I didn't keep usually I do that, but why I didn't keep the amount for paying the place. So it's not something that was untoward, or it was an honest. I think because we got cut off from 1 year, it just got lost in the ethers, but I'm glad I found it. So anyway, my head was a little messed up. That desperateness, like, I know I paid that. Let me find this. So I'm doing good. Much better today. I don't know about y'all, but I feel very tired, and I think it's energetic. I got a lot of emails. You wouldn't believe the emails of people saying that because they're announcing now that that Putin had all this stuff on Trump, and that they really wanted him to win 2016. In fact, helped him to win 2016. And that's what I told you guys years ago. Well, not me. That's what my guides told you. I said, mark my words. In the end, they will find out he was an illegitimate president. So I just want you to know this is all coming about. It still could be 2 years before they actually mark him off and say, this guy wasn't for real. So they do have stuff on Trump. I'm telling you, those tapes they said they had, that's all true. There's something about Putin that reminds me of Hoover. Even though he was head of the FBI or whatever, there was an underhandedness. Maybe Hoover wasn't as bad, but there was this underhandedness. And like, I've got stuff on you, so be careful. That's what I get. He could save you or he could drop you. And I feel like Putin has this stuff, and I don't see him willingly giving it away, the information. But I just want you to know, I see ourselves getting hands on it, but I don't know how long. Time frames are bad. So I just want to tell you that is happening. That is happening. I also want to tell you, Hillary Clinton will be at the White House tonight to have dinner with Merkel and Harris and our President Biden. And I just feel like it's going to be a really nice dinner. And she's a scorp. She called out what Trump was, what he was, who he was. Oh my God. Everybody on Twitter says, oh, she was telling the truth. You know, nobody should once feel like she wasn't. The other thing is, if y'all can say prayers for the people in the condo in Florida. Remember I told you I thought they'd find 97? They're saying something 100 something, or right now it's at 95. But remember I saw the numbers 97. So right now they have 95. I think they have identified 85. You know, after a while it gets so bad that for the bodies to be able to be identified, I mean, they're just melting away in there. So, and also I want to talk about, there's a missing runner in Pleasanton. I got the hit, I was watching on the news that he's not with us. I feel like he succumbed to the heat. He had heat stroke or something. And I feel they'll find him now. But I just want to tell you that. Somebody had wrote me and said, do you know what happened to that runner? I wasn't feeling like, oh yay, they're gonna find him alive and well. I didn't get that. Okay, so Laura wanted to ask about the January 6th commission. I'm using my cards to do the 3 because it kind of gives me that backup bang, you know. I feel like the commission, and I'll tell you, Cheney is just going to rock. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, we can't put her too high on a pedestal because there's a lot of things she wouldn't vote yes for us, but she'll vote yes on finding out these SOBs. Because if you guys heard, she told Jim Jordan, get your hands off me, because he was trying to let the ladies through. She said, you're the reason we're in this predicament in the first place. So I feel Cheney's going to do a good job. And I feel a lot of stuff, you know, we always seem to have a nothing burger. We did have 2 trials against Trump, but those people over there, they're not going to vote against him, period. And they're not going to listen to a word we say. But I feel there's going to be televised situations that's really going to affect us. Apparently, the ex-president has already sent out a notice that, which we're going to get into, that the general was saying, you know, he feared a coup. He absolutely feared a coup. And what did I tell you guys? I saw men sitting around that table talking about what they could do. And also, one of the, might have been Pelosi, asked him, what happens if he starts going nuclear? And remember he said, don't worry. He said, don't worry that we've got this. Like, he can't do anything. We've got this covered. There's a procedure. And that's what I've been telling you guys. I told you that they've got it to where he wouldn't be able to do it, period. I mean, they said it. They're not going to say we've cut it off with him and he can never do it. But I saw it. I saw it as clear as day. And if he was still president, apparently he was going to cut off South Korea and he was going to take us totally out of NATO. So, okay. So she wants to know about the commission. Let's just do a quick look-see. Let's see, what can we say? So I see televised, it's going to be running around. Like I tell you, that famous old thing I tell you about when reporters in the 1940s and stuff were running out of the courtroom and they all go to a booth, you know, those booths where the telephones were and the booth goes toppling. Tell me what's going to happen with the commission. So they're going to be working hard. They want to get in the money factor to find out where the money came from. This is being, it says be patient, please. And this is also the light. So they will have the information they need, but it takes a little work, okay? Now, this is what gets me, and we're going to read on this too, about those poor Democrat Texans. Oh, they want to arrest them. But in the meantime, every time Congress or the Senate was asking for witnesses or McCabe or whatever he was to come in or whatever, remember, they would just refuse. They would just say, nah, I don't have to. That's because Trump was president. But, you know, why didn't they go get him and arrest him? Because that's what these guys want to do. Anyway, okay. So the commission is definitely going to come up with something. It might even be in June of next year. Sorry, timeframes aren't good for me. And I just want you to know that justice will happen. Okay. Now, about flooding, somebody wants to know about the flooding in right now in Belgium and Germany. We're going to pray for them. Angel of light and mercy, please protect these poor. I think 50 some odd people have died in Switzerland, and that flooding is what my guides told us back in beginning before 2021. What did I tell you? It's going to be tons of floods. There's going to be tons of changes, earth changes. So, they want to know, will Midwest have flooding? And I'm feeling yes. I'm feeling yes. You know, poor Missouri is already going through a lot. Why am I seeing just like Armageddon stuff? You know, and that second wave is going through there, and it's going to hit Kansas City hard. Just get vaccinated. You know, I still wear a mask when I go out, and just, you know, it's so sad because 45 and all his minions got the vaccine, and so did Fox News. So why are they so anti-vaccine? I don't get it. You know who's going down is that Florida governor. I'm going to tell you, it's just not, it's more than just us voting him out. I feel like there's trouble coming up for him. So, okay, I just feel it. And by the way, you know how that Tennessee governor decided we're not going to do any vaccines for children? Apparently all the doctors in Tennessee have written to the Department of Justice and saying, you got to look at this. This man's a whack job. So this is good, because I even felt like it, you know, this was madness. I just feel madness. And they fired the woman just because she was telling people you can come get your second vaccine. Yeah, this guy's going. This guy's going. Tennessee isn't going to hold him up. And here's the other thing. Who wants to go to Tennessee now? I had the best time with my sister in Tennessee. We went to Memphis. We stayed at the Elvis Hotel. And we went to, they had a little downstairs where you can eat. And they played Elvis 24/7 with all his live concerts. And then we got to go to the mansion. And then we went to Nashville. Nashville is a lot of fun. Boy, you want some good belts, so you can get them in Nashville. And it was just fun. I just really, I would not go, I would not. And I got kinfolk, and I had buried dead kinfolk in Tennessee. That's my lineage comes from Virginia to Tennessee. Oh, hell no. I wouldn't go there. And Missouri too. You know, I've been in Springfield several times. And yeah, no, I'd stay away right now. So they're, you know, who's going to come out there? Okay. So anyway, Tennessee doesn't feel good. I want you to know that guy's going. I almost feel like he's pressured. Like they might even say, you're going to, dude, you better change this. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, and I guess it was from Republican stress that made this happen. Why? You're all vaccinated. Why would you do this? Why would you want polio to come back? It's just so weird. But my guides are very clear, because when I heard it, I got pissed. And I wrote him a letter. I said, you're not God. Hello. And you know, once these children start hurting with this, it's going to be on your hands. So it's called separation of church and state, because he likes to call himself a Christian, you know. You know, a lot of these vaccines come from the outer realm. They come to us through vehicles to help us be able to stop these progressive things that kill people. That's why do you think we've been getting flu shots almost every year? Because of the massive deaths that happen with the flu. And I get it, and I get it gladly, because I had a flu so bad one time when I was in high school, and I had to walk home because my mom didn't have the car. And I remember walking with this horrible fever and literally having to sit down about every 15 feet, you know, because I was just so sick. The reason I went in is we were having a big test in US history, and I had that headache before the flu came. Everybody's talked about it, to get this headache. And I remember telling the teacher that, you know, what if you have the flu? She said, you can't miss this test. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, what if you get the flu? Because I knew I had the headache. That's still no excuse. So I went in there as sick as a dog and then barely made it out. And my mom called her up and gave her every which way but Wednesday. Woo, she told her off. What are you doing? My daughter told you she knew, she had the symptoms. She wasn't going to be in. I think she's psychic. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, yeah, so poor teacher got in trouble. I actually loved her. She was a great teacher. Okay. So flooding in the Midwest is a definite. I saw it. I don't know why I see Missouri, but I see Missouri. Okay. Now, y'all wanted to know about arresting the Dems in Texas. Arresting the Dems in Texas. Arresting the Dems in Texas. All those guys are out here. Oh, people like Cruz making those statements. It's just so sad. He's sad. He's really sad. Arresting the Dems. Are they actually going to arrest him? Whoa, I just saw some getting arrested. They're going to try to make a point, but it's going to backfire. Hello, it's going to backfire against them, you guys. I don't want you to worry. It's going to backfire against them. Like one of the Texas guys said, I'd rather be home with my family. It's not going to work. Not going to work. This is what I want to tell you guys, because when I pray on this is the hit I've been getting. Oh, this isn't going to work at all. I know that they're begging the United States of America, Congress, to get the John Lewis and all this, okay? And jerk off, they're not going to go. They're acting, by jerk off, I mean, what's his name? McConnell. He was up there on the pulpit saying, this is the most socialist thing I've ever seen. They want to pass this program that's going to put us in more debt. Mitch McConnell. Oh boy, it's just, the thing is the price. And we just can't afford to go any more debt. Hello, well, who put us in the debt in the first place? Your guy with his golf trips every weekend. Really? The rich got a tax break, but you can't handle any more debt? Tax the rich, and they're not going to hear that. So as all this stuff takes place, and as we witness, I think they will arrest them. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry about that. But I can see them trying to create madness. And here's them, But I see the nation coming forward, paying the bills, paying the attorneys. And I almost feel like Biden will just do, maybe even, I don't know if he can do it so early in office, but I almost feel like he stops it, or he says, nope. Or maybe it's a judge, they bring it up to the highest court. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Because, they were talking about, Florida has a law that you protest, you're going to get arrested. And then they had a bunch of, you can't block the freeway. Well, they had a whole bunch of people up there blocking the freeway about something with the vaccines. They didn't want the vaccine. None of them got arrested. So they're going to use that in court. But I just want you to know that it feels almost, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that the people are going to get in there and help get out all these, even though they're causing all this restriction, but they're causing restriction on the people they need to go out and vote also. Because if you're a married woman, in some of these places, you got to prove with your birth certificate what your name was if you were divorced, that, and when your name changed and your marriage, do you see what I'm saying? They're going to town and they just want to make it as uncomfortable as possible. And it's not going to work because I see people taking the time. I even see a fund to help people get the things that they need in order to come forward. They're just hoping people are lazy, I guess. But see, what they did is they made people mad. So I see enough people coming out that all of us are like we did in 2018, like, whoa, America has spoken. There's not going to be none of this. They think they've got it in the bag. They don't. America has spoken. So then I see challenges coming up that go before a judge. Remember, I always saw the judge. And don't forget the DOJ is starting to head up like Georgia and stuff. There's some there's some stuff they're working on. Okay, so I just want to tell you that. And someone wrote me and said, how long is Alioto and Thomas are going to stay? I can't give you how long. It's not that long, much longer, but I can't give you the time frame. Sometimes I'll get it like I know it's soon. I know Kavanaugh, and everybody's going, wait, did Trump blow it for Kavanaugh? I saved him. He wouldn't even get a job in a law firm if it wasn't for me. So yeah, ding. So, but I'm going to tell you what my guide said. Okay, remember this. So I'm like, when you wrote this, how long? And I asked them, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. But see, they're not on the same time thing. They're always doing, we're not on, hello, we're in no time. They said to me, once it starts, it's going to go pretty quickly. And by that, I mean many things. So it could be one, something happens with one, and it is bada bing, bada boom. It's not something just a little bit. And we wait 10 years. It's like something happens and then something happens after that. And even Siege, Robert's not being there, but not, you know, he's going to have to go. So that's what I saw. Okay. Okay, so I did see the Dems getting arrested. Oh, they're waiting for him with salvation. Salivating, sorry. Salivating, waiting. Oh, goody, goody. Watch them take him away, but then America gets turned off by it. And so I see a lot of people coming forward and making sure that, you know, because there's a lot of young people that are going to register to vote. There's a lot of people coming out to vote. So voting rights may sit and be unable to be pressed forward, but the people will talk. And then I see big court cases where they shore this up and make sure they can't do this again. Like that whole crazy stuff in Arizona. Well, you can pick somebody, but we get to decide who it is. If you pick the person we don't like, we get, hello? Hell no. Okay, so, and I told you about that runner in Pleasanton. So, well, that's all I had to say today. I just wrote some stuff down, but I mostly wanted to tell you that all this information coming about the generals, it's huge. This is kind of, you know, we keep getting big stuff, but this is even that he was planning a coup, that Russia has those tapes, those so wanted tapes. I think we're going to get, we might not see them, but I think we're going to get confirmation. And I see a lot of stuff coming up where we find out that Russia was involved. We'll be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they threw everything but the kitchen sink in getting Trump to be president. And then now we're going to be able to say, you know what? Exit stage left. You're no good. If he's even around by that time. It's going to take a couple of years for that. And Putin might be gone by then. And then Russia decides to be forthright and say, hey, this is all the stuff we had. Sorry about that. Oh, that big thing that happened with the internet, that was Russia. Remember, we didn't know, did our guys go in there and shut it down? That was Russia talking to him, but not in a real angry. It's like, shut it down for now. That's what I heard. Because, you know, Biden was getting ready to hit them hard. So they got them to shut it down so they wouldn't get hit. But trust me, they're waiting in the wings. But we got good stuff too. We're going to get them, and we're going to get them good. So, and did you guys hear about that Iranian lady that in out here in the United States, and they were coming in to kidnap her, and they were going to get 3 other people in Canada? It's like so weird. Anyway, yeah, not right. Not right. And I'm glad they found them. I'm very glad. And boy, they were protecting her. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out, you guys. We're going to be overwhelmed with these little bits of pieces of information. So, and listen, on my YouTube, in my community, I talk about us, Sterling and I are going to meet. And then I think Danny and I are going to meet next week. I'll be with Milu around 9 a.m. on his show. And again, I apologize to Sheila and Lena. I haven't even gone back to look at the show. So, okay. Love you all. You all take care. Can you believe we're already in the middle of July? Holy cow. And don't worry about Social Security or okay, there's Jack. Hi, baby. Hi, Jackie. Hi. Hi, Lulu. See, they know I'm Indian, so they're coming out to say hello. That's why I left the backdrop off so you guys can say hi. Did you guys say hi? Yeah. You're so good. They're still losing, but just slowly but surely. Okay, I love you all. Take care. Ciao.